All right, welcome back, my crypto friends. It has been, well, almost a month or so since my last video, and while I'm on that subject, I wanted to thank everyone for the positive words, all the good comments, and the views of my last video. I know it was a little bit of a sensitive subject, being that it was, regarded. Well, it was about the BitConnect wallet and trying to get it synced up and everything like that, and I'm glad many of you had success doing it. That being said, we still haven't heard any update on the BitConnect X site where they told us that we would be using our BitConnect coins. They said they were going to launch BitConnect X in April. Well, April's come and almost gone, so we'll have to see what happens. But anyway, thanks for the new subscriptions. I appreciate it. And if you find any content from this video, please do give me a like and subscribe. Got some new stuff coming out here, and I have figured out a way essentially to replace that 1% per day income without using a high yield investment platform, and we're going to get to that here in just a second. So on to the news. So the first thing I wanted to do was check in with the cryptocurrency market. Market cap, we are sitting at $433 billion, which is down quite a bit from before, but we are also up a nice little chunk. Just 2 weeks ago it was down around 200 and some million, so we're getting some money back into the markets. I think people that were, whatever tax reasons being, were holding off putting money in. They wanted to get their tax returns done, also they could be getting their returns back. That's a good sign that people are getting back in. So we're floating right here around 93.25, and if you take a look, we've been up and down here in the last, well, I don't know, week or so. We topped out about 95.12, and it's been going up and down. If you notice these up and down patterns, and that's one of the things I wanted to talk about, there's a way to capitalize on a lot of these rise and fall, rise and fall, rise and fall, without really having to know a whole lot. I did start doing some manual trading. It's a little stressful though, because you really don't know what's going to happen. I mean, you can start reading charts and predict the best you can, but in all honesty, you see a rise and you buy in here because you think it's going to skyrocket, and then it stops and goes back down. You don't know. That's what computers are for. That we'll leave that to the computers. But as I said, these rise and falls are happening daily. Even though the price may not be moving a whole lot, you're seeing a lot of this movement, which there is a huge opportunity for us to capitalize on. And the way that I've been doing that is with a trading bot. Now, as I said, I did do some manual trading myself. I had some Bitcoin here in GDAX, and I was watching it, and I would watch the charts here, and I would, run over here and place an order as it would go up and down. I'd watch the order book, and I would also, watch the charts. And as I said, it's hard, it's stressful. I purchased into Hassbot, which is it's an online trading bot. Now, with this being said, you do have to keep your computer plugged in and online in order for this to work. There are some cool features with this that they have just recently put out, and that's called their index bot. With the index bot, you can set it up as an index. I don't know if you know, Coinbase just decided to release an index but I think in order to invest, you had to have at least $100,000. And I don't know about you, but I just don't have that kind of money laying around. But this is a way you can create your own. Now, this one is on HitBTC. It's one of my other ones that I have running. And as you can see, I've got 10 or 11 different coins here that have been trading. It buys, it sells for you. It keeps you at the percentage that you want it. And it tells you when to buy and when to sell. So if it goes down 7.75%, it's going to buy a little. If it goes up, it's going to sell a little off. So it's very calculated. It takes emotions out, which is a huge thing with manual trading. Is you just don't know what to do, when to do it. You know, when you think that it's not going to come back down, you end up raising the amount that you buy in at, and the next thing you know, it goes down, and it goes down way below that, and then you're stuck. So this takes a lot of that out of it. Now, one thing I do want to show you is you can create a whole bunch of different kinds of bots, and they don't all have to be running. In fact, with the basic subscription of the Hassbot, I think you can only run 2 indexes at a time. When you upgrade to the intermediate, you can run 3, and then I think if you upgrade to the professional or the advanced, whatever it's called, you can run unlimited bots. So keep that in mind if you do get a subscription to it, that you're limited on the number of each type of bot that you run. Now, the ones that I have active right now, I have 2 indexes going and I have 2 scalpers going. I could activate another different trading bot, but I haven't right now. But anyway, what I was saying is they have an index called the CCI 30, which is the top 30 coins roughly that I've set up, and this is available to you. I can get this information to you if you'd like, that you can easily import this in. So I can import the text and it will create this bot exactly this way for you. So that's pretty cool. And you can also do what they call a back test. So if you go to options and you back test it, you can say 2 weeks. It'll load all the information, and I think it takes a little while. So it's got to load the history. So I did a 2-week back test. So as this does this, give it a second because it's loading a lot of information, all the histories of all these coins for the last 2 weeks, to see what triggers it would have picked up on and what it would have done, and when it would have done it. So bear with me here a second. I'll show you what this index would have put out as soon as this is done. Sometimes you have to hit back test twice once it gets all the information. Executing, back testing. And there you go. So this is what it would have done in the last 2 weeks. It would have returned 18% on your investment in 14 days, which works out to be about 1.3% a day. Okay? Now, that's with a lot of different coins. I, on the other hand, have been running just one on GDAX. And wait, is this the right one? Yep, I guess this is the right one. Yep, this is the right one. So I'm just going to flat out tell you, even though this shows negative investment, it's because right now it's bought. And I'm down, instead of having 5% US dollars, I'm down to 2.79. So that's why it thinks it's negative, but it shows here the total index value, and they've just added this new function, which was allocate profits, which means all the profits you make, you can roll back in. So essentially now you're making money with your money. And that's where the whole compound interest that I've been talking about forever comes into play. So I'll just put it to you this way. April 27th is when I started this bot. And as you can see, you'll see stuff going on down here in the corner that it's doing while my other bot's active. Probably on this one, and it's going to execute some trades. But April 27th, I had started with $1,230 in here, and I had honestly worked that up from about $750 doing my manual trading, and it just got to be a lot of time. You had to be constantly watching, and I don't have the funds in here to make it worthwhile to do it manually by myself right now. So that's where this comes into play. But I started, like I said, $1,230, and that was very late. The first move that it made on the 27th was 10 o'clock at night. So it did a few moves the day after, and then the 29th, which is today, it's made a few moves as well, and currently my value is at $1,263. So, you know, right there is $33 in a matter of 2 days. I don't know about you, sounds pretty good to me though. Even though this is showing a negative return on investment, as I said, it's in a position right now where it's bought. So if this raises up and sells, this will go back to being green. Just wanted to let you know that. But I did leave a link for the Hassbot in my description of the video. I've also added the instructions for you that if you go into Coinbase, you sign up an account, you get your Bitcoin, and then you use GDAX, which is their exchange, to tie in your API keys for your bot. Now, if you don't know what API keys are, I suggest you do a little research. Those are essentially the keys that will allow this bot to talk to your exchange and make the trades for you. Also, one hint that you want to keep in mind: keep your template as a maker template. If you do limit or immediate, you will get charges on every transaction. And I believe it's 0.25% of every transaction that you make, you get charged on. So essentially this fee cost that figures in here is zero. So the true amount of profit is going to be your profit number if you're doing it this way. So just remember to keep it set at maker, and there will be no fees for you. So nice and easy. One of the other things that I came across, and this is more of just a fun thing, but it's a Bitcoin faucet. Once an hour, you can click on your, well, I have 9 minutes left, so, but you click on here for the Capacha and you just roll the dice, and depending on what number you roll will be the amount of Bitcoin that you get. As you can see, I don't have a whole lot here, but what I am doing with the referrals, for every referral that I get, this calculates their activity, so then I can actually give it back depending on your activity. You'll get 50% of that back to you. So if you're the only one doing anything, you'll get 50% of referrals that come through. And if this goes up, I'm going to change this to a higher number. We could go 75%, whatever. In fact, let's change it. We're going to change it to 75% right now. And we're going to auto share 75% of all referrals that come through back to you guys just for using the link. It's easy. Once an hour, you click on a button and you roll the dice. Now, you can also play the games on here if you want to bet your Bitcoin. It's a high-low kind of thing. You either bet high or bet low, and honestly, I've found that it's a very easy way to lose a lot of your stuff, because you just, if you keep doubling down, it's eventually you're gonna, you're gonna eventually break even. But I have found that I really don't come out ahead too often. So, last thing I wanted to talk about was an ICO that I had invested in, which is called Invacio. I've got some coins here. These guys are a AI, artificial intelligence site. They've got some incredible stuff coming down the pike. Their white paper is very thorough, as you can see how long it takes to load. But go through here and check it out. I did put a referral link on here as well. I am not interested in a whole lot of ICOs. There's like 2 of them right now that are out there that I'm strong on. Invacio, and the other one is Covesting. I really like that idea too, and what that is it's a platform, it's a trading platform, but what it does is it allows you to mirror the trades of professional traders. So you put your money into the exchange, you pick somebody that you want to mirror, and whatever they do during the day, you will mirror exactly what they do at obviously a percentage of whatever you have. And then they take 17% for themselves, 17% of the profits, and you get the rest. So it's pretty cool. It's a cool idea, and I think a lot of people will be on board with it, especially as they're learning the ins and outs of trading. I've really gotten tired of giving my money out to other people to make money with. I'm just gonna hang on to it for myself. But this is their platform. You can search for traders on here. There's an intro to watch. It's pretty cool. They tell you what it is they do and how it works, and so check this one out too when you get a chance. But this one and Invacio, like I said, these are the 2 ICOs that I think are going to be huge. So we don't need to play this right now. Like I said, check it out on your own time. But I think that was about it. Oh, there's another site here too that I wanted to tell you about. You get a free 30-day login. Now I haven't re-upped it. It just expired today. But it's called Coinigy, and they have some really cool different features that you can do. There's plugins for your different devices. There's a mobile device that ties in. They also have the AP information that you can tie into your different exchanges. Here are all the exchanges that they support. If you have coins in there, and the ones that are over here, you can actually see where you can trade from right from this one. So it makes doing several different exchanges all in one place, it makes it pretty convenient for everyone. So I've got quite a few different exchanges that I use depending on what kind of coin I needed or wanted. Sometimes there was only listed on one exchange at that time. So but as I said, take a look at this too. There's a link for that in the description as well. And I think that about covers it. Now, I think what I'm going to do is probably start doing some more updates. I want to get back on the track of showing my progress and letting you know how well this bot has been performing for me, and just sharing the good news. When I find something good, I like to share it with everybody, and I would hope that you do the same thing as well. So that being said, like and subscribe. If you want, please use my referral links that I've listed to get some deals on this stuff. And if you have any questions, I almost always, as you can see by the last video, almost always answer the comments, provided they're a real question or I haven't already answered it once already in the comments. So alright guys, well, until next time, Crypto Ewoks signing out. I'll talk to you soon.